Right, today we are live from Salt Sensations in Boardman, Ohio with Tracy Prezant.
Hi.
Did I say that right?
You did.
I better got it right?
You did.
Salt
you did.
Sensations and Valley Digital Services, a year-long sponsor of DOYO Live. Everybody, this is the DOYO Live Marketing Show. I'm Dennis Charlie, founder of DOYO Live, the digital marketing interactive design conference coming back to Youngstown, Ohio in just under 2 months. We're rapidly approaching the date. So last year we sold the event out, expecting that to happen again. We'll get to that later. Right now what we want to talk about is we had a really awesome Salt Sensations Valley Digital Services Instagram giveaway, and we have a winner. But we're not going to announce that just yet.
Who will it be? Who will it be?
Right?
Yeah.
So, Tracy, thank you so much for having me in today. I really appreciate it. It's an awesome opportunity. I know you've been working with Valley Digital Services on marketing strategy. So we want to get in. We want to talk a little bit about that. We want to learn about you, give our viewers some access to you and learn about you, your business, and whatnot. And the first question that I have, everybody wants to talk about their business. I want to talk about you.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Boring.
It's super exciting that I just found out that you moved here.
I did. I moved here a long time ago. So I'm from upstate New York, born and raised. I still have a lot of family up there.
Yeah.
And that's where I found salt therapy. So very cool. And I brought it here. But bottom line is I've been here for almost 30 years, which is hard to believe.
You've been here 30 years?
Almost. We're approaching that. So yes, raised my family here, have twin boys. They graduated high school. They're both off in college now, home for the summer.
Right.
Probably sleeping right now. Wake up, say hi to mom.
And your last stop before here was Philadelphia and South Jersey?
Right. So my husband and I met in Philly.
Yeah.
We were actually next door neighbors. Such a cute story, right? Knock, knock. And so we were there 10, 12 years. Philly, Jersey, and he got a job here. He's an anesthesiologist,
right on.
Working at, he was working up at St. E's when we first moved here,
Yep.
and we've had a couple different anesthesia practices going since, and here we are.
So the question I have, and I don't mean to be too stereotypical of it, have you ever run the steps at the Philadelphia Museum?
Oh yeah. many
Okay.
times. I lived
Philly
in South
cheesesteak.
Philly. Absolutely. I lived in right on the strip.
Okay, and then here's the last one.
Yes.
This is a tough one
Let's
because
hear
I'm a
it.
huge basketball fan.
Oh.
The
okay.
Palestra? Ring a bell?
Okay, you need my husband on this.
Okay, we'll let you.
Zero. I got nothing for you.
We'll let you off the hook on that one.
Sorry,
But anyway,
sorry.
so you come to Youngstown, Ohio. You opened up Salt Sensations how long ago?
Actually, it's been a little over a year. So we
Okay.
opened in March of. I started my build out in January of 2016, and here we are.
Which is really awesome, by the way. We're gonna do something pretty new here. We're gonna walk around, show you what's going on here at Salt Sensations, and I'm gonna ask Tracy a boatload of questions about salt therapy. But in the meanwhile, what were you doing in between the time that you moved here and in the past year, where you got involved obviously in opening your own business?
So I've had quite a journey here in Youngstown, which is interesting because I didn't know what to do when I moved here. I was a career gal in Philly and loved my life, and my husband's like, got a job in Youngstown, Ohio. I'm like, where? So anyway, we didn't have Google Maps back then or anything.
Yeah, right.
So I when I came here, I went to the Chamber of Commerce. Yay, Chamber. And
Sponsor DOYO Live?
yes, love it. But anyway, that really was a launching site for me, and I met a great friend, Jan Strassfeld. Hi, Jan.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, she really was a great mentor. Got into the junior league, met a lot of people, did a lot of different things. I ended up actually, I had a gourmet gift basket business when I first moved here.
Okay.
Did that for a few years. Got pregnant with twins. My husband started his own anesthesia practice, ran that for several years.
Yep.
Started another practice after that. I ran that for several years. So he's kind of on the retirement slide right now. And I said, kids are away. What are we going to do? I got to find something. So it took a couple of years, and here I am. This was my passion. This is something I tried and loved it. And fast forward, Salt Sensations.
That is amazing, and I think that what people really resonate with is just all that, the entrepreneurial spirit, the fact of the matter that you got to the point where people get kind of comfortable in life at a career of 30 years in, and then you made this decision to say, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to start a business, and so that's really admirable. It totally is. Thanks. So as you went down that path, there's obviously a lot of challenges that come up along the way. From a marketing perspective, what were some of the things that you looked at when you we're going to, first of all, put, there's nothing like this in Youngstown, Ohio, first of all. So
No.
what kind of gave you the intuition that this would work?
Well, it really, I tried it myself in upstate New York in my hometown.
Okay.
My aunt actually has COPD. She's on oxygen full time.
Right.
And when I went to visit her, I dropped my son off at college, and he's, she said, take me to salt therapy. I'm like, okay, let's go. So we did it up there several days, and I'm an asthmatic. I felt so much better. Came back, told my husband, yeah, this is great. But I realized there was an enormous challenge. Nobody knows what salt therapy is.
Yeah.
And even a year ago, there were less than 200 of us in the whole country doing it.
Really?
It's starting to come on strong. So I knew I needed a lot of help getting the word out. It wasn't something I could just open. I had to do it right. I had to make it accessible, modern, fun, which I think I've achieved.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I needed help with media. I had been out of the loop of social media. I have kids, and I had that fake account where I would follow them.
Yeah.
Yep, the truth is out. Truth is out.
Yeah. I don't even, well, my kids are too young, but I make no bones about it. I'm like, here's the bad thing. Like, Dad's better at social media than you guys, so you're in a world of hurt.
Right.
But that's good. You got to keep an eye on the kids. Like, you troll their account. You should.
Right. But, well, anyway, that did not work. When you open a business, you need to get out there. So I hired a lot of the younger gals, and guess what? They just pulled me right into it. So here I was, and plus I reached out. I made a lot of contacts over the years,
Yeah.
and I knew working with services and companies, advertising companies, and with what you have. Am I drifting?
You're drifting out.
I like to do that. But basically, I met up with Andrea. Her service really helped me.
Valley Digital.
Thank you. Valley Digital
sometimes.
365. So
Yeah.
I do search and retargeting with them. I work with WFMJ, a lot of TV commercials,
Okay.
social media, just giveaways, working with people like you.
Yeah.
It's just fun. You've got to stay out there in front of your customers, show them what you're doing, show them what's new, show them how to use what we have.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that relationship here.
Yeah.
So Andrea, you've got Valley Digital Services. Obviously, you're working with Tracy on marketing strategy. What are some of the things that you identified as areas that you can create awareness for Salt Sensations?
Well, let me start off by saying Tracy's fantastic on her own. So she doesn't need too much help. But we started the relationship with television. So, she had the television commercials, and then we kind of transitioned into digital. How can we help you in other ways? You have a great social media strategy. She has a great business strategy. So we just wanted to amplify that, bring people in the door, put out the information. What is this about? What is the business about? Because some people still aren't aware, and they haven't got through the door yet. So we did a combination of media. So I know that she uses digital. She uses her social media. She does TV, newspapers sometimes.
Right, we do print, we do anything.
Yeah.
We walk up and down our neighbors and knock on their doors.
Right.
Whatever it takes.
Right.
Hey, you know what? People oftentimes overlook and mistake that, and what they see kind of is this from DOYO Live, in the social media aspect of it. But what they don't see is that 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm leveraging this platform with one-off emails to individuals, and this keeps us relevant. And it keeps you very relevant because we see your posts and we know that you're out there. But eventually, that human interaction is what we're all really striving for.
Right.
Yeah.
And but in order to be able to stay relevant, you got to have that digital landscape in this day and age, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they've really helped. The nice thing, one of the great things is I can see the results. So you can always see a return on investment when you work with something like this.
Yeah.
It's really important because a lot of times you have to be really tight with your budget. So when you're spending money on something like your service, you need to be able to decide if you're going to do it again.
Right.
Like, how are people coming to
Exactly.
you? How do they hear of you? And they have all of the stats and everything available.
Right.
So it's easy. It's easy to see that.
And the great thing too here is that again, Valley Digital Services is a year-long sponsor of the DOYO Live marketing conference. But the fact of the matter is, when you work with Valley Digital Services, and this is a ringing endorsement, they have a full integrated package that they're able to bring to you with both from a digital marketing perspective on the Valley Digital platform. They've got Triad Productions, they've got WFMJ that they can integrate TV and also that web presence, and then also the Vindicator as well. So you've got a really powerful media engine in that, and this is obviously you know, it scales from small to mid-sized businesses all the way up to the biggest businesses as well. So it's a really powerful platform, you know, to take advantage of, which sounds like you have.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Every month. As a matter of fact, I just got off the phone with your office again. July's coming. We gotta get ahead of this.
Exactly.
So we're ready.
We do offer, you know, a good mix. You know, I'm not going to come to Tracy and say, we're going to take over your social media. She does a fantastic job. So what we do is we go in there, we talk with the clients. What are your needs? What are you looking for? And then we assess that and say, okay, well, this can help you out. You're not going to need this service or that service. So we don't sell a package to everybody.
Right.
It's very individual. Based on the business and what they're looking to accomplish. So
And
that's one thing we do offer.
And you tailor that to the strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So here's what we want to do. We want to give away a salt lamp today.
Yes.
Well, actually, we've had a contest running for about 2 weeks on Instagram. We've had multiple posts from our site. Valley Digital Services had some
We've been
posts.
tagging all over.
Salt Sensations.
Again, you can see that's one of the things where you can track and see. That's awesome.
You can track and
They
see it,
react
right?
and-
I mean, we've
Return on
probably had
investment.
200, 300 people that have at least engaged from a liking perspective. A lot of comments, so a lot of engagement, and it just comes down to that day-to-day awareness of this. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you know, hopefully we've got an audience that maybe is already fans of yours, and now they're bigger fans, or maybe there's some people out there in our audience that didn't know maybe about this and some of the things we're going to talk about.
Right.
And so now they're interested, right? And that's what we want to do.
Hopefully. I own a salt lamp, let me tell you, I love it.
So let's do this. Let's give away a salt lamp from Valley Digital Services and Salt Sensations. And we have our Instagram winner is going to be, it is Glenice Bobo. And her Instagram handle is Glenn the Sunflower. Love it. So Glenn the Sunflower is our winner. We will reach out to you. DOYO Live will actually be in contact with you. We'll direct message you to let you know that you won. Through Instagram, and then we will make sure that we set up the appropriate arrangement for you to come pick up your salt lamp here in store at Salt Sensation. So now what we want to do is, Andrew, we're going to put you on the other side of the camera.
Be the camera woman.
All right.
And Tracy, I'm going to let you guide me through the process. This is really cool.
Walk you through.
See, look, all right, so at least one thing's for sure. Like, you know, not the smartest guy in the world, but we got Danny Catullo from Catullo Prime Meats, organic beef, right? One hot cookie. So Bergen Giordani with those wonderful cookies. Marissa Sergi from Luva Bella. So we have all these high-end product people that are all breakout session leaders at DOYO Live. So if you've not picked up on a theme that we like some of this stuff. And then I've always got marketing, like I've always got somebody next to me that we're interviewing, like that are breakout session leaders, and I pick their brain for free advice, which is awesome.
It's a good thing.
So now I get
free is good.
Now I get to do Salt Sensations, and we get to walk around and go through some of this process.
Awesome. So I'm going to take you through as if you just walk through the door and you know nothing, because a lot of people don't when they come here. So we're going to give you the full explanation.
And we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. All right, here we go.
Flip it around.
Probably need to flip it around. All right. So. And.
Okay, so we're flipped already.
Yeah.
So we welcome you the minute you come into our salt spa, because most people kind of open the door slowly.
Yeah.
Anymore, kind of people are getting the hang of it because they've been here. But first timers sometimes like, what are they doing in there?
Right.
So here we are, and we grab them immediately. We shake them, we don't let them go.
Exactly.
Not really, no. I don't want to scare anybody. But we welcome everyone. We ask them if they know anything about it, and most of the time they say no or just a little. So we really kind of get into it, give them the brochure, and say, hey, would you like a quick tour? Because people are afraid of a tour. Like, they're going to try and sell me something. No, not at all. That's not what we do. We just want to show you, because what we are doing is something so unique. You've never seen it before, very likely.
So what do you need me to do?
Here's what's called a booty bundle. Everybody gets a booty bundle when they actually go into the salt rooms. So you're going to sit down, and we tell people they can take their shoes off or keep them on. It's totally up to you. And you're going to put your little booties over that. Put your cell phone in the mute position, please, because you'll be in the salt rooms. So yes, that goes
even on my bald head.
Yes, everybody. And this is not necessarily. Salt is a self-cleaning agent. You don't need it to keep the salt clean. But people, their hair when they're laying in the salt, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. When they are laying in the salt, we just don't want somebody else to pick up someone's hair. And same with your feet. Salt will take care of itself. Nothing's going to grow in there. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, so you're in good shape.
I am?
You are, I promise. I promise. You're going to love it.
You know, I'm a former New York guy. So you lived upstate New York.
I did. What part of New York?
Went right through Manhattan.
You were Manhattan? I'm upstate. You know where Ithaca, Binghamton, all that is? That's
absolutely.
Way out. People forget there's a rest of the state of New York.
No, Finger Lakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been around.
Shout out to my hometown.
I got out of Lowville, right? I've been around. I got out of Lowville.
Is that where you're from?
That's where I grew up.
All
right, so now I'm already salt sensationed up.
You are ready to go. So
right,
we asked if you have to use the restroom because you'll be in the salt room for 45 minutes.
I'm not taking the camera in there.
There was 3 or 4 cups of coffee before I get.
You won't be in there for 45 minutes. We'll give you the quick.
We're going to do the quick tour, right?
So anyway, yes. Do you want me to give the whole tour, or do you just want to kind of go into the salt room?
I think we want to start here, right?
Okay, great. So this is called our Aqua Soleil salt room. This is the smaller of our 2 salt rooms.
Okay.
People will come in here and we tell them, be careful on your first step up because you're stepping up into 5 inches of heated Himalayan salt. You can take my hand if you think you're going to fall off balance.
Okay,
Now, we have people sit in our zero gravity chairs and we'll show them how to do that. And I suggest you do that. Go ahead. And then I'm going to, yes.
It's warm on my feet.
The whole center is warm.
Okay.
We heat the center of the floors. The exterior is cool.
So why is it warm?
So we heat salt. Now you can sit in the salt, or you can sit in the chair. So start there, and I'll give you the low
This is not my normal workday, Tracy.
People that come here, this is our meeting room. So it really kind of sets a great.
So we have a DOYO Live committee member meeting right after this today. What you're telling me is I should have moved it here.
You really need to have it here, yeah. Okay, so this is a zero gravity chair. It kind of looks like a lounge chair, but the concept is to make, as soon as you lean back, there's no pressure point. It's very relaxing and comfortable. If you want to do that, you can put your heels right on the bar and then just push your heels up while you're leaning your back, and then everybody gets that, So we suggest people start in the chair or start here, but whatever you do, this room will be yours for 45 minutes. You may be in here with other people or not, but the great thing is what really happens in the salt therapy room is what comes out of that vent over there. We have a special halo generator. All of my equipment is imported from Europe, and clearly this is imported from Pakistan because it's the only place in the world, the Himalayan mountain range, where they make, or they don't make it, where they mine Himalayan salt.
Okay.
So super beneficial, just sitting in it, relaxing in it. You can put it in your bathtub, you can just lay in it. We come in here, people are buried in it and sleeping. It's awesome. But it's really therapeutic.
How long does it take something like this to set up? Because I mean, you have these huge boulders of salt lamps.
Right.
You've got just a ton of
15,000 pounds on the floor.
15,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So you've got a Volkswagen worth of Himalayan salt on the floor.
Right.
I mean, how long does it take to conceptualize and build out something like this? It's pretty significant.
So you would think, but I move quickly. And I had my vision. I worked with a great contractor.
Yeah.
And I think we started our build out like January 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
And I was open with a lot of the electronic stuff you don't see, and a lot of the HVAC system revamping is a huge issue because everything's changing constantly, the airflow in here.
Sure.
But it took really a month and a half. And that was because I had an amazing team. Steve Berry, thank you very much, architect. And my contractors were phenomenal, and I really had a lot of people helping.
So I'm taking a breath in, and I'm kind of getting a taste in my mouth.
Right. Yeah.
What is that?
So that's that dry aerosol of salt. So my equipment is from Europe. So they only make these halo generators in Europe. They don't make them here because we don't really recognize salt therapy. It's not an FDA medical delivery of anything. It's really considered for relaxation, but in Europe it is an FDA equivalent, but that doesn't really mean much here. So what you're tasting is a kinetically activated and heated dry aerosol that's blown into the room for 45 minutes the entire time you're in here.
So you mentioned earlier, like people that have symptoms like COPD, asthmatic sinus.
Right.
Obviously, very, very, very calming in here. Reduces stress. I'm a very hyper individual. I feel actually like maybe I'm running at just a little bit lower speed than most normal days. Like coming in here, really. But talk about some of the things that COPD, sinuses, those sorts of things that have an impact. That this has an impact on.
So pretty much what happens, Dr. Farmer is of the Lippy Group. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but she is an ear, nose, and throat physician, MD physician. She didn't know me at all. Back in May, last May of 2016, she called, she said, hey, you know, you are seeing some of my toughest patients, and they're telling you they're coming to you, and I need to come see what you're doing. Welcome with open arms. We're inviting their whole staff here. She can speak to the physiological side of what happens. So, you know, I would never do that, but I can tell you what she sees, and she will further go into that. But basically, people come in here, they're breathing in the dry aerosol of salt, which is kinetically activated. Salt by nature is going to draw moisture. It kills bacteria. So you're breathing in these teeny tiny particles because that's what's being blown out in here. Yeah. And you're breathing it deep into your lungs and sinuses. It's sticking to your soft tissue, and it's like little janitors and little toothbrushes, and it really pulls moisture, which it helps with inflammation of the lungs and sinuses. So when that happens, you get to blow your nose, you cough it out, detox, and you can breathe better.
That's amazing.
We get a lot of people in here on oxygen tanks. We get people with asthma, colds. Just they come in and they leave and they feel differently.
They do.
Myself included.
And you have a massage chair.
Yes, we do. So massage is a huge part of why I kind of wanted to make it fun. It's not just medical, it's for anyone. It's very relaxing in here. We get groups of people coming in, you know, book clubs, garden clubs, teachers at the end of the year, they come in. So we have massage therapists, we have estheticians, we do deep tissue massage with table massage. Chair massage is always a great thing just to pair it up in here. We have a couple different people we'll bring in and just lay around and grab a chair massage.
It's really cool. And you know, what's interesting about it is like once you're here, you get it. But getting that story out to the general public is where like you can't see it, touch it, or feel it.
Oh,
so
no.
I know.
Right? Now hopefully you can see it.
And touch. Yes.
Can we go into the other room?
Yes, yes. So this is our aqua soleil room, and this room actually does the transition to. We do children in here twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but typically it's an adult kind of salt spa. But we also, that is a private. We transition that into a private massage therapy room, so you can get a deep tissue massage, 45 or 90 minutes in that room, and have your own private salt.
Love it. I'm just
or
taking
couples
vacations
massage.
here.
So this is the Oasis salt room.
Okay.
And same identical concept. We're blowing in the dry aerosol. You can kind of see it. Yeah. Those are the particles you can see. The ones you can't see are the ones you're going to be breathing in. Okay. We change up our videos all the time, so people that come, they get a lot of variety. So again, the whole center element of our room is heated. So sit on the floor this time.
Okay.
In this room, this is our Himalayan salt wall as well. So everything in here is edible grade salt, every bit of it.
Oh,
and
really?
it is all from the deep part of the crystal part of the mine.
Okay.
And it's not top rock mined or anything. But yeah, we do salt yoga in here, salt meditation. The girls will change up the formation, salt stretch. This is typically where people will rent the room because they'll have a large group.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, you just get to come in, relax, and breathe.
This is a really amazing thing. This
Right?
is really cool.
So yeah, and then you can just rub the salt on your skin. A lot of people will have, you know, they come out like, oh, my skin is so soft. You wouldn't think that, rubbing salt on your skin, but I mean, it's been used since ancient times for healing purposes. So it really does the job for a lot of different things.
Exactly.
Without any drugs.
All right.
So
very cool.
yeah, so this is our Oasis salt room.
And then, so if I'm going to come here, what options do I have as far as, can I get a membership? Can I come here one time? Can I, you know, how do you structure that with people?
So you can do all of the above. A lot of people come and they don't know what we do, so they'll come and visit one time. So their first visit, where do you want to go next?
I want to make sure that I'm not.
Oh, bring it out. Well, we get something.
It's your Catholic guilt kicking. I don't want to hear that one.
Stop. No, we have salt everywhere. That's what we do.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do anything. Most people will come, try it once, and then they'll say, wow, I love it. You know, they'll come again. So you can do a single visit. You can do, we have packages, buy 4, get 1 free. You can do a month membership. You can buy 10 packs, 20 packs, share them with friends. There's a lot of different things you can do to make it very cost effective to come. People who have chronic issues of allergies or seasonal, they'll come in typically and buy a package deal to make it worth their while. Because they can come in here and sit all day if they want to. So, and they do. They do. People come and they'll do 3 sessions in a row.
Really?
So, yeah.
And then over in here, you've got a couple other features to your business.
So this is our Himalayan spa room, and in here, yes, we did make that word up. So what we do in here is salt massage, and we use the heated salt stones. They're not heated right now. Sorry, we should have heated them up.
No, that's all right. So these go on your back usually, right? Or
yes.
The body part that you're having pain with.
Right. So the therapists work with heated salt stones. They do salt scrubs. They do Himalayan facials. There's a lot of different services that they do in here, and we're developing them quite a bit. And we're actually we are going to be expanding. So we're going to have a lot more services, service rooms, and we'll be able to provide a lot more appointments for people because we're getting fairly booked, which is a great thing.
No, it's a really good thing, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's good.
It is a great thing.
And then, what do we have over here? I saw this earlier. I can't wait to come back to
it looks like a telephone booth, right? So while both of the large salt rooms run for 45 minutes every hour on the hour, this is our private salt booth, and this runs every other 15 minutes.
Okay.
So we run it for 15 minutes. You go in there and you sit down, and you can have a seat if you want to be our demo person.
Is it soundproof? This is like the first time ever that anybody's ever shut. Like,
Let's shut them up.
my wife wants us at the house, right?
So we normally give everybody the heated salt spheres, which we could do, so that you can rub them on your sore muscles or whatever, and you can put that underneath if you want. But we always give you tissues. There's a little back massage, so you can start that up there, and then. So for 15 minutes, we'll close you up, and this stays completely clear the whole time, and then we would start our generator here. So there's music in there, you can read a book, you can relax, turn the light on or off. But you're in here, and then we close the door, it's private, and...
He's enjoying himself there, huh?
I mean, when
I don't know if we'll get him out.
Disconnect.
Right.
So, and he's not even breathing the salt. So.
Yeah.
Tracy, you got the rest of the DOYO Live marketing show. I'm gonna take a nap. No, this is really cool. This was really awesome, and I hope that everybody dropping on had an opportunity to experience this.
Thanks for coming.
This is really cool. So what I encourage you to do is just check out Salt Sensations, because it is as much justice as we can do with the explanation. You've done a great explanation. But showing it on video is that you really need to come out here and you really need to see the salt lamps that are here available to take home with you, and the salt therapy rooms that are just really amazing. They're very relaxing. You're gonna get a nice. I don't know. I feel like energized. I feel like energized and I feel good. And
there is something to it. It's the negative ion process, which is a real thing. That's science. That's low-level science, but kind of explains here. So when you heat up Himalayan salt, which is people don't kind of understand what the big obsession right now. Salt lamps are kind of trendy, but they've been trendy for 250 million years.
Yeah.
This is not new stuff. This has been around for a long time.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a rock. It's been buried. It's 5,000 feet below. But when you heat it, negative ions are emitted. Plus, it's nature's air cleaner. Yeah. You don't need to plug anything in other than a light bulb. It attracts the moisture and kills the bacteria and the viruses, anything airborne.
All right, two closing thoughts. I have been wanting to cook on a Himalayan salt block for like ever.
Yes.
Is that basically what I can do with that?
That is exactly what you can do with that. I actually just cooked my eggs on my Himalayan salt tile this morning.
Right, so now we're going to go to the cooking route. I love to cook. I have been experimenting with a ton of different types of salts that are out there. And for multiple years, I have been wanting to get a Himalayan salt block. And for those people that are out there that don't know this, explain.
So what I would like to explain is everything in here is the same composition, whether it's the granular on the floor or this or any shape or the salt cooking tile. So it's just the shape of it. So you technically could cook on the salt elephant, not practical. So this is why they...
Why not?
Right? But this is...
I would love to have a dinner party where you're like, hey, you're cooking on a salt elephant.
Thanks on the elephant.
And I'm like, what are you guys all staring at? Doesn't everybody cook on a salt elephant?
There you go. So yes, they don't.
You can make some cheesesteaks on the salt elephant.
Oh, you sure could.
Anyway, so Himalayan salt block, you got to heat this up, right?
You do. You can heat it up on your grill. You can heat it up. People don't realize it. You can cook right on your stove in the oven.
Right.
And that's pretty cool. I mean, you just heat it up, and it can get up to 1,500 degrees. It's a rock. Nothing's going to happen to it. So you get it up to temperature, it sears perfectly. We're actually going to be doing a demo here with a local chef who's going to be cooking out here. It's going to be exciting.
That's
really exciting.
awesome.
Yeah, do you have that date?
I don't have a date, but I will get back to you.
Make sure that you get us the date, because we'll make sure that we syndicate it out to our audience to help get you more awareness on that. But
Great.
this is a really cool thing, and so that's awesome. Any closing, any parting?
So I guess what I would like to say is thank you. Thank you for being here. It's just a great partnership. It's really exciting that you guys are involved in my business and in helping me get out there. It works. Take advantage of it. Anyone who's even considering it, take advantage of Valley Digital Services and DOYO Live. Brian, I'm so glad you guys came. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Tracy, so much for having us here today.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh,
all right.
my pleasure.
Here we're gonna wrap things up from Salt Sensations Boulder, Ohio. Thank you everybody for dropping by today. Glenn the Sunflower on Instagram. You guys sell a $25 salt lamp. And Valley Digital Services, obviously, thanks for all that you do in the conversation. But DOYO Live, August 2nd and 3rd at Youngstown State's Williams College of Business. We're coming back for our second year. We have 5, if not 7 speakers that are speaking at some of the top, most prestigious marketing conferences in the country. They'll all be in the same place on the same day. Facebook 101, Instagram marketing, digital marketing strategy with email, content marketing. You name it, we've got you covered. Even some traditional marketing topics. 80% of the people that are speaking at the conference are all from Youngstown, Ohio, which is a really great thing, but we have people coming as far away as Washington, D.C., East Coast. We've got Albany, we've got New York, we've got Toronto, Canada, so technically we're an international conference at this point, and it's just a really great opportunity. You can pick up your DOYO Live tickets with the promo code DOYO, D-O-Y-O 2017. That will save you 20% off tickets, and get them before they're all sold out. Thank you. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Share this with your friends. They're really going to benefit from seeing the Salt Sensations and everything that they have going on here. So thanks.